some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you gonna be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
They made a mess every single where. Every single where.
It's so
Every
true.
place they go, they make a mess. Even at the beginning, they
Yeah.
pull up a whole bit.
What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? Kevin Hart the
Hello.
Kid is here. Got a little bit of an echo, I bet. Let me fix that. What's up, guys? How you doing?
Got NGL in the chat, Carly with a K. Got
Hey,
TV
Carly.
Finn. We got shout out to Ian Fachu 42.
Ian 42. What's up? What's up?
Got Slabowski. What's going on?
Today is going.
Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Today is going to be centered around just Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to talk about it. We're going to be in and out today. It's going to be a quick show, but we just wanted to come in this Thursday, say hello. How's everyone doing? My man Jalen's got the toothpick. Next level gamers, he's got the toothpick. You know what's going down.
That's big facts. He coming in with that old man energy.
Right, man.
Coming in to spit facts. That's what we're doing today.
How's your weekend? How's school, Jalen? What's going on in school? You're back.
It's good.
You're back in there, right? Person?
Yep. But the main part is now we gotta wear masks all the time. We go recess, sweating. We still gotta keep our mask on.
Damn, man.
Slavery,
It's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
My mask be wet at the end of the day.
No.
So it's so.
Do you have a reusable mask, or do you like have one of the ones you toss out?
It's surgical.
Surgical summer, baby.
Surgical summer, yo. The real ones know. The real ones know.
How you doing, Matt? What's going on in corporate America?
I'm doing pretty good. Corporate America, same shit, different day.
Yeah.
You know, just the rat race continues. But
yeah,
it's pouring outside today. Not really. There's a window in front of me. Usually, I have better views, but not today.
People want to know what you do at recess.
True. What is recess like these days?
I just so basically I have this coach that tells us where to go. Like I have tag, they have like this a long straw that they just poke somebody with, and then if they get tagged 3 times, they get to have it and tag people. And then we also got basketball, and then we also got soccer, and then some people can run on track.
They said so. Yeah. Way it's organized, so like you gotta like pick and choose.
Yeah, you can't just run around like you used to anymore.
You said like you used to, like in the good old days.
Yeah.
Is that because of the pandemic, or is that just school in general now?
No, that's like because of the pandemic. Before the pandemic, we could do whatever at whatever time we want. Yeah. We could go on structure. Now we can't. It's closed.
TV Finn was taken and said you have to be 6 feet. You have to and you have to do jumping jacks. Crazy.
Wait, what is this like this? This is like Six Flags. You have to be a certain height requirement to like enjoy recess.
No, he means 6 feet.
Oh, 6 feet, 6 feet apart. 6 feet apart. Okay.
No, it's
like you have to be this tall
to
come out to recess.
Someone said back in my day you could play tag, take a steal a basketball mid game, make a fast break, dunk, and score the ball on a soccer net.
Yep.
In the good old days.
My God.
Are people happy to be back in school?
No. Yeah, we're not all the time. No.
That's a resounding no. He was quick with it.
So you think kids like virtual learning more?
Yeah, we get to lay in our bed. We might not pay attention. We might not pay attention, but at least we comfy. We sit in a chair all day, like your legs be hurting and you can't move. You can't move because it's in the middle of math class.
My God. We might as well not even talk about Winter Soldier. Like, this is great.
Oh man.
We do this the whole stream.
That's
here, too funny. You better clip that. We gotta clip that. That was too good.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
hilarious.
We might not listen.
Oh boy.
Let's just hope the teachers don't see this.
Exactly. We might not listen, but
if they have an issue with you, Jalen, just tell them to email the Circle Club. We'll straighten things out.
Don't worry. We know people.
Yeah, we be laying on our beds, not paying attention.
Yeah. I have a question for people in the chat. Do you know what the song or intro is actually about? Like, I was playing it, and when I first decided, I liked the phrase that it was like, I like everything. And it was kind of talking about how, like, there's always this expectations of, like, how to talk, how to say, how to do things. And I kind of tied it back into our motto, which is just be you. Like, just be yourself, regardless of whatever. But he did his Rap Genius thing. I put it in the chat. It's pretty funny. He's just talking about the intro. So if you like that intro song, check out the Rap Genius YouTube video. But let's hop into it. So Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We're going to be talking spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. I recommend just binging it straight through. It's like probably like 2.5 hours total. It's like a movie basically. But what was your initial thoughts?
Yeah, now that has all the episodes.
Yeah. What was your initial thoughts, Matt? What'd you think?
Oh man, I kind of want to hear Jalen's thoughts first. I think he's the one that saw it first out of all of us.
That's true. All right, Jalen.
Tom, did you have a story? Did you have a story where like you were in the middle of work?
Episode.
Oh yeah, It was funny. I was in the middle of work, and then like I was thinking he must be not back in school or something. I don't know, but he called me middle of the day. He's like, and I was just like, yo, what the hell is going on? I was like, why is he calling me? I texted him and I was like, are you good? And he was like, yo, like it literally just said yo. I was like, what's going on, man? And I was like, do you need me to like pick you up? Like, what's happening? Oh man, and
he's all like, yo, this recess is just bugging, man. They're not letting me play tag. It's nothing.
He's like, did you watch it?
This mask is all hot.
He said, do you watch a new episode? I was like, no, not yet. No spoilers. He was like, it's cool, man. It's cool. I was like, you coming on next week? He's like, of course. I gotta be there. And I said, I bet. I was like, was it crazy? He's like, man, you're gonna be happy. And I was like, I'm excited. And then I was like, I said to this, I was like, let's go. And then he said, we went back. Good. And then we were just like talking about it, man. Like, but we were just amped. It was literally the middle of the day. Oh man!
Goodness, my God! Yeah. So Jalen,
that was during my break.
I don't believe you.
I have a week break for spring break, and it's already
week break
gone.
Oh yeah, true.
I forgot you guys have spring break.
Yeah, Jalen, take us right into it. So you being the first one to see it. What were your thoughts?
I didn't know what was gonna happen, but as I got into it, I was like, because in season 5, something just went down. And in season 6, it
episode, you mean episode 5?
Episode 6. I was like, Jalen's seen too far into the future.
I'm dead. So episode...
And then I'm like, what's going to happen? When Falcon comes in...
Yeah.
I was happy. I ran across my whole entire house. He looks great in that suit.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
He had been practicing.
He's been practicing.
He is very good with that shield.
Right.
I'm not gonna say he's better than Captain America, but without the serum, cause Captain America has serum in his body. For Sam, who has no serum, Steve Rogers would still be a skinny boy who can't fight.
Yo, we coming in with the hot takes today, bro.
Y'all remember in Civil War when Iron Man and Steve were fighting, and Steve said, "Take that away. Where are you?" And Tony said, "Playboy billionaire" or something else. Steve Rogers would be a skinny boy who can't fight.
It's true.
That's crazy, bro.
It's true. Without the serum, man, he would be John Walker. He'd be John Walker.
Yeah.
But
without the serum, he'd be like working for DoorDash. Fuck.
Uber Eats. I'm dead. Oh my god, fucking Rex. This is hilarious.
That's not Uber Eats.
But yo, so my thoughts, I really, really liked it. I got emotional a couple times during it because like Jalen doesn't even realize how lucky he is. Like he grew up with all these black superheroes and all that stuff. Like for me, I'm like, this is like brand new for me. Like I'm like you guys are watching a black superhero and you're actually enjoying it. It's like it's not like something that just pandering or whatever. They didn't make Superman black, like they made us our own characters. Like that's just dope. And like they get their own stories. And to Jalen's point, like when he busts through the window, like I was like, oh shoot, what's going on? And then like they just go, who the hell is that? And he's like, Captain America. And I was like, oh shoot!
Yeah, because I'm Captain America. Oh fucking hell, man.
And I remember last time us three were talking about what was in the chest. I was like, I feel like the Wakandans hooked them up with a suit that had like the wings and the suit, and then when it happened, I was like, "Oh snap, this is crazy."
Yeah, you were right. He had the wings. He can fly with the shield. That's better than Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
No wait.
A bike to you.
Did y'all remember?
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all remember the scene?
That he has a shield and he can fly around.
Right.
No, but y'all, did you remember the scene on the bridge? I think it was when the helicopter flew at him or something, where he had the shield and the wings wrapped around it to create like a dome.
Yeah.
And big bounce on that shit was crazy.
Remember when Captain America took out that guy, the pilot?
Oh my god, that scene was freaking nuts. That was dope when he called the senator. We like did the Red Wing did the scan and was like, okay, she can pilot a thing, and he's like talking her through the whole process. He's like, all right, count to 5. And the way part of the show, he's like, you just earn this ass whooping. The way he did it, he threw the shield, bounced it like off the window, grabbed it back, and punched him out of it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, from the jump, I knew coming into the series, we talked about it before.
Yeah.
I knew that the friggin' choreography was gonna be friggin' on point.
Yeah.
Just because of like the nature of like Bucky, Sam, and like whenever they've done like just the CQ, like the close core combat punching and stuff, like it's been so well done.
Well, like
this was just to another level with the suit included. It was the way how creative they got was phenomenal.
Well, it's like Jalen said, like, Sam had like he's kind of like Iron Man in a sense. He didn't have any superpowers. Like he had to rely on his like jujitsu, karate skills, his agility and power, and like that's kind of similar to Steve Rogers in a sense, where like Steve Rogers had those abilities, but then once he got the super serum, it really took it to the next level. And I mean, they tried to do that with John Walker, but obviously, that didn't pan out. But what did you guys think about the characters, like their development? Like, did you like the characters? Did you like them more than when you started the series? The same or less?
I liked them both more. I'd say Bucky and Sam's evolution as characters was just phenomenal. The way in which like they both kind of dealt with their struggles, like Sam kind of like giving up the shield and kind of coming back to it and like answering that call. Bucky figuring out how to like fight for himself for once.
Yeah.
I think two of my favorite lines in the entire show were Bucky's lines. And it was in the second episode.
We're getting interrupted by the cat. Jayla, make sure he doesn't go on camera because he doesn't have a shirt.
Yeah, can't get us banned. But I think one of my favorite quotes are
go ahead.
He'll be back. Stand by. But his my first favorite quotes is when he's in a therapy session with Sam and he's talking about basically saying, he said, "Why are you mad that I didn't get the shield?" He's like, "'Cause you didn't take the shield." So that means Steve was wrong about you. And if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me. And like that shit struck me. And then coming to the final episode when Carly gets on the phone with him, not our Carly with the K, but like the Flag Smasher Carly. Gotta clarify. When she's talking on the phone, it's like, don't you want to, like, I'm fighting, don't you understand? I'm fighting for something bigger than myself. And he's like, of course I understand. I've fought for something bigger than myself my whole life, and I lost twice. And you're like, oh, shit. So, like, his evolution, and then their evolution as friends.
Yeah.
Where it's like, there's kind of like that reluctant respect, and there's kind of like that disdain, like that frustration they have with one another. But they both, like, grow from each other. And just the ending scene, what a beautiful way to end the show too, of the cookout with everybody by the boat. Sam's like hanging out with the kids. No, Sam's hanging out. Bucky is playing around with the kids and stuff, and just like the look of joy on their faces and the sense of victory was fantastic.
They're homies, you know, like it felt like they had a kind of their relationship blossom into something. In the beginning, I was a little nervous because like it was weird. They were kind of making it almost seem like they didn't really know each other, or not even know each other, but like they didn't have any background or relationship. Yeah, like each other, and I was just like, I really hope we're not sitting here, 4 episodes in, and they're still talking about like, oh, are we cool? Are we not cool? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think part of it leads to like, I think we have this assumption that all the Avengers are like buddy because they've just been in so many fights together. But like, if we really sit down and think, how often has Sam and Bucky like been in the same room together and actually talked? And I think like these shows give us that opportunity to really see these relationships develop more. Like even back in WandaVision, just like the little scene of they give us the clip of what Wanda and Vision were doing during Civil War when she was like locked away in the house and he was basically watching over her. And it was like, a lot of us, they didn't have time to delve into that. It's just like, okay, they're a couple now, but like actually getting to see that, it makes Civil War and then Infinity War even stronger because of that.
He's talking about the scene in WandaVision where they're sitting on the bed and like getting to know each other and all that. Yeah, like because the thing is like what that's nice what they're doing with the TV series. And if anyone hasn't seen this and you're not sure, if you're a Marvel fan or whatever, I think you can enjoy this series even if you haven't seen any of the other ones. Obviously, you appreciate it more, but like this is just a story really about 2 friends who are trying to fight against this evil. But I feel like WandaVision and this are much different in the sense that WandaVision really focused on Wanda and who she was and what's going on. And I believe, let me see. So Falcon and Winter Soldier takes place 6 months after the blip, or like everyone comes back together after Endgame. And WandaVision is 9 weeks after that. So one of my questions was, where's Wanda when all this is going on?
Well, I think my assumption is that whatever happened at the end, for those who haven't watched the WandaVision finale, I mean, you're late at this point, but she ran away. She kind of like, she went to like a remote location and she's just basically studying the tomes that she found, like the books of spells. So for me, it's like kind of, she just like separated herself because she's not even really American. So
Yeah.
like she kind
She went
of
home.
doesn't really care about that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. Yeah.
Dang. I didn't
So
know
that makes
Wanda
sense
was
to me.
not for Black Lives Matter. That's crazy.
Oh.
That's all I took out of that. Um,
Well, remember she was an agent of Hydra, so I mean, kind of adds up.
That's funny, but no, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, one question I had was I liked I put here in the rundown side note, if you can write their names for me, that would be great because I always forget, and you didn't do it.
Crap.
So thanks.
Oh no.
I said, do you think Black Panther was gonna be in this originally? Because they included Wakanda and Bucky obviously has a relationship with Wakanda, and that was a nice little moment too. Because like we have heard about the relationship with Infinity War and Endgame, but we don't really know anything about it. So we got to
Yeah.
see that moment where they're trying to help him, get rid of his Hydra control. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That scene. So
Yeah. The scene with the character's name is Io, by the way. Is his scene where she's basically just kind of running through the Winter Soldier trigger.
right.
Is that the flashback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I thought that was a nice moment because we got to really see that relationship, and he's also the first outsider to actually enter Wakanda, which is interesting because it's almost like people always make the joke when it's like you're a white person who's friendly with a lot of black people. It's like you're invited to the cookout, and you kind of see that with him and the Wakandans. Like they clearly have some relationship when there's Endgame and Infinity War, and it's interesting to see that out of everyone, not only do Sam and Bucky have uh, Steve Rogers in common, but they also have this like commonality of like, oh, like Bucky kind of understands us a little bit, or like he's like one of the few people who gets Wakanda and what's going on in Wakanda. Because I think there was a line either in this or Endgame or something where he's like I think he was telling Zemo is like you don't want to do that, like because he was or no, John Walker thought he could fight the women of Wakanda.
Oh yeah, the Dora. Yeah, the Dora Milaje, I
Yeah, see,
believe.
that's the name I can never remember. Dora Milaje, and that was a funny scene too because they whooped his ass.
My God, bro, that was we talked about.
That was.
Oh
What'd you
my
think about
goodness,
that?
it's like they don't even have super soldier serum. It's just like no.
What do you think about? Do you think Black Panther was gonna be in this? Do you think they should have had him if obviously Chadwick didn't pass?
I feel like they would have. I feel like it would have been a nice
Yeah.
nod just because of how much of a scene stealer T'Challa is. Like that charisma and like he was. I think it would have also been incredibly impactful if that flashback was with Chadwick because you see that the growth between those two characters because Bucky kind of killed his dad
Right.
as part of Baron Zemo's
That's what I was
plot.
gonna mention.
Like kind of seeing that, if T'Challa was able to accept him,
Right.
then maybe Bucky would learn to accept himself.
Yeah, because he has that
So-
list, of the people that he's trying to apologize to. So in the back of my head, I was thinking, I was like, oh man, if Chadwick didn't pass, like I wonder if like they would have had that moment where he's like, hey,
Yeah.
because if you notice, there was a moment where there was this Asian character where Bucky went and he like, spoiler alert again, he killed his son. And so there was like this moment of forgiveness. So I was wondering, I was like, I wonder if T'Challa could have been in that scene somehow, or they would have had some type of relation. And then also, him being the other only black superhero in the Avengers, I think, it would have been interesting to see kind of like maybe some conversation between him and Sam, and like him trying to be like, hey, I can relate to it, and like kind of almost being his like guide a little bit to be like, I understand your struggle, and I'm always here for you if you need something.
Yeah, no, I think that would have worked out well. The man's name was Yori Nakajima.
Yori
He
Nakajima.
was for those that don't remember, he was the older man that like lived in the same apartment complex as Bucky, and he would sit at the bar, but he wouldn't really socialize with anybody, which was a nice nod that once Bucky ends up making amends with him because Yori can't reconcile with the fact that his son died and he doesn't now. Bucky tells him, and then he's able to. You see that growth with both Bucky, and then Yori's able to feel comfortable enough to go out and speak with people again. So that was a nice scene.
Connor asked. He said, "I don't know if you talked about it yet, but what do you think of Sam's captain suit?" We did talk about it briefly. But basically, we thought it was really cool how he could fly now, and the helicopter scene, how he kind of incorporated the wings and his little buddy.
Sick as well. Like just aesthetically, the colors, especially going from where we were at the beginning of the Marvel franchise, where like there wasn't really much color, and now they're just fully embracing that comic book side. I think that was fantastic. One of my favorite scenes in the episode, and maybe like the entire show, is when Falcon is after Carly is killed by Sharon, who turns out to be the power broker, which was a crazy spoiler there, or a crazy twist. When he brings Carly's body back to the authorities, and he literally looks like an angel as he's like lowering down with his wings spread out, like holding Carly. Like,
yep.
Fuck. That was a nice ass scene. Yeah, Carly with a K. I bet you wish that Anthony Mackie was holding you.
I know, facts.
That was like the greatest scene of history.
Oh my God, you haven't seen Moonlight then, my friend. But
have you watched it? Have you watched it?
Imagine.
What's up, Talia?
Talia was good. Bro, imagine Sam Wilson carrying Chiron.
Wow.
In the suit.
In Moonlight, oh my God. So we're not gonna stick around too much longer because we have a short show today. So I want to go through some of these things real quick, rapid fire. And we'll definitely have we'll definitely have some more going on the chat and stuff. Conversations of history, nothing else compares. I know, it's hilarious. Real quick, we'll do some rapid fire stuff. John Walker, what did you guys think about John Walker? You like him? And a short couple sentences, which I know is gonna be tricky for you, Matt. What'd you think of John Walker, Jalen?
I don't really like him. I still don't like him.
You still don't like him, you said?
No, because he decided to take a serum. A serum to make him better. He's still the worst because he killed somebody.
No, Jalen really says that.
Like, if he thought that he was worse before, boy, you worse now. You killed somebody.
Oh, I can't. I'm dying. This man really said you took the serum to be better, but it didn't work. Like, what?
Oh man!
Fuck, I should have gone first. I can't top this. What the fuck? Yo, Jalen's a rare form today.
No, I think John Walker, like, he is a old relic of, he doesn't really fit in, I think, with this new time. He's kind of got that, oh, I'm Americana, like, oh boy, let me put the American flag on, and this represents greatness. And he doesn't realize that flag doesn't represent the same thing to other people. And he wants to be this symbol, but what he doesn't realize is he's already trying to play catch up to Steve Rogers, which one is never going to work. Two, it feels almost like insensitive in a time of like a lot of racial divide that it's like, here's this white savior, and he doesn't really get that. And there was a lot of subtle things that kind of reflect society today in the show that I thought was very neat. And that was one of them. I think the actor did a good job because I really, really didn't like him either, Jalen. Connor says, I like his writing. He gives me Red Hood vibes. I feel bad he lost his best friend and crumbled under the pressure of filling Steve's shoes, but at the same time, yikes. One thing
That was a good analysis.
I was murdered.
It was Battlestar Lamar Haskins.
Yes, yeah, Lamar. When Lamar is murdered, he just completely rages and crumbled, as you said, Connor, under that pressure. But what I thought was interesting was kind of like a reflection allegory of society is when he goes out and he beats that other dude out in public, everyone has their cameras out. And it really reminded me of kind of like, society today where it's like when cops are murdering and killing people, they can't hide from it. So he had to answer for his crimes. The one thing I really didn't like about his character was that, or more maybe the writing so, is that after he murders that dude, he gets a freaking clean pass and gets to go back into society. 2, he ends up like trying to like join Sam and Bucky, and I'm like, no, you're a terrible person. Like, I don't want you to be on screen anymore. Get off screen.
And the fact that everything's all cool now between John Walker and Bucky.
Right.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What?
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I not forget the fact that he killed somebody.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I think to your points, I think up until that last episode, I think John Walker was done pretty well.
Yeah.
Whereas he was basically supposed to be like, he was supposed to show that like how special Steve Rogers really is.
Yeah.
Like, and to your point, he kind of like, he's basically like the metaphor for, just like this, basically how the symbol of authority is no longer like, has been tainted over the years by like the actions of authority. Like that scene where he like kills the guy is very reminiscent of like a lot of stuff we've seen like over the years. And
even let me add something to that point. Even in their world, it's like the flag smashers are literally going around basically, and actually to some extent what they were doing in Civil War is like people think that these superheroes are way too overpowered, have too much power, and like, we forget that Civil War is 6-7 years ago for them, but like that would still be pretty fresh in people's mind. It's like these superheroes are out of control. They're destroying New York. I mean, we heard our boy Jalen talk about how no one's going to clean that up, right? And it's like that's still fresh in people's minds. So when he is supposed to be this symbol for superheroes, Captain America is like one of the captains, literally, of the Avengers. So it's like he comes out and he has this heinous, disgusting act. It makes people go, oh, we can't trust these superheroes. Man, we can't trust authority, which is the same exact thing,
Yeah, so I think he was done well until the ending where I just felt like, I also didn't like how he was fighting alongside our heroes that like made it was like both of those guys, like they did, like John Walker did like morally messed up stuff, and then our character took the moral high ground at like as the story kind of went along, but then they both kind of in the same situation fighting together, but like it felt kind of slapped in. Like I didn't really care for Walker's fight to like, because he was trying to like kill Carly, but it wasn't like in a compelling way where he was like another villain interfering with what happened, trying to do something villainous, and our heroes had to stop him. It was like he's just another buddy along the ride, and I could have done without it. I thought they were actually gonna kill him at the end when she drives the car over and it's about to like fall. I thought like it was gonna crush him or something crazy. I was like, oh man. But yeah, I thought
it would be crazy if he would have caught it. He just.
I know. That's what I was like.
Such a powerful scene with Sam.
Yeah.
Where it's like he didn't need the serum. Like, granted, the little suit helped him out a little bit.
Right. But it's still, he did it the right way. He did it the right way.
It was symbolic to see him like lift that up the way he did.
I love that scene too, because when the guy goes, he's like, "Oh, is that Black Captain America or whatever, or Black Falcon?" He's like, "No, that's Captain America."
That's Captain America.
And it's just those little cheesy things that they did. It was nice. It was a nice moment. And again, like I said, being black, like seeing this shit, it's like makes you almost tear up. You're like, "Oh my god, we really got this. We really got a superhero in here," And
oh
like,
my goodness, yeah.
Just give me it.
Oh.
We got some technical difficulties going on, but all right, let's run through this real quick, Matt. That was not a quick answer, so let's try to do this quicker.
It was not, yeah.
What about Baron Zemo? Did you like him? Yes, no, quick.
Oh, loved him. Absolutely loved him. I like him. Him being kind of like the fanciful mastermind. Love that he had the mask. I want to see more.
Do you guys want
to? And I want to see him with this sword.
Jalen, what do you think?
I think he was a little fancy.
Yeah, he was a little fancy.
a little fancy. Yeah. He put that mask on and he was showing off.
He was.
He was like, it's like future mask off.
Did you guys do you guys want to see him kind of come to the good side, or you want to see him stay to the bad side?
No. I want to see him.
I want to see him at a good side.
Yeah.
I think this is as good as we're gonna see him.
I kind of like him being like on the good side, but he's like, I'll get my hands dirty. Like, we don't really have that character in the Avengers. Everyone's always on the moral high ground. Everyone's always like, we got to do this the right way. Let's file the papers. Hey, and it'd be nice to have someone.
He did everybody.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have someone who's like, they're like, oh, we can't enter this house. We don't have a warrant. And he's like, I can. And he like punches the door down,
Fuck.
But I do think we deserve to see him be a villain for a bit, though.
Yeah, I think this was a good beginning because like one movie is always too short.
Well, I mean, he kind of was a balance of good and evil, like what I'm talking about too in this. So I liked him.
It was, yeah. No, I think it was great.
All right, another quick one. Sharon Carter, aka Peggy's daughter. Do you guys think she's gonna be evil or she's gonna be good?
I think she's gonna be evil.
Yeah,
I think she's gonna be. I think she's gonna be that morally gray area person you were talking about. The reveal of her being kind of behind the Flag Smashers and then wanting to essentially cause mayhem for the governments that blacklisted her.
But I'm wondering.
Did y'all realize this though? How Steve Rogers says, "I'm just a kid from Brooklyn," or "I'm Steve Rogers," but what's his name?
Bucky.
I forgot his name.
Zemo?
No, the new Captain America.
Sam.
No, not.
Oh, John Walker.
The new one. Yeah, John Walker said, "I am Captain America."
Wait.
Steve never owned that he was Captain America.
Wait, what?
Yeah, well, it's because I think he's. I get what you're saying, Jalen. I think it's more because that's just a testament to John Walker was more in love with the symbolism of Captain America.
Yeah.
Where Steve Rogers was Steve Rogers, and he was Captain America because he was himself, and that's why Sam Wilson, was able to live up to the the plate. Yep. He had to learn how to be Captain America, whereas John Walker just was given the title.
Exactly. I think Sharon Carter is going to be evil, but I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know how much I like it. It kind of seems like she was doing it for her personal gain, but I don't love the idea of her being one of the master, villains in this next phase. I would like to see kind of how it all plays out, but I don't. I just.
She's gonna be a low.
Sorry, say that again.
I think she's gonna be a low level villain. I don't think she's gonna be like a grandiose mastermind.
Yeah. And then
at least I hope.
What do you guys think about Contessa Valentina, who was Julia Louis-Dreyfus? She was the one who approached John Walker twice and was like, "Hey, now you're gonna be an agent." Do you think she's evil, good, or she's starting her own Avengers or her own little recruitment? What do you think?
I think she's gonna start her own thing. She already got the skill for it.
Yeah, I think this could end up being like the Dark Avengers or something. There was a comic book there's a comic book line originally when the guy who I forget the name of the guy who was the Green Goblin, but
I know what you're talking
the
about.
dude who ran. No, Oscorp. It
Osborn.
wasn't Harry Osborn, but it was Mr. Osborn,
Something.
guy that ran,
Osborn, yeah.
guy that ran Oscorp. He kind of created his own group of like anti-hero Avenger
Norman
types. So
Osborn.
I think this might be Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
There you go. I think this might be the beginning of something
Yeah.
similar. So we might not see every. It might be kind of like the anti-Avengers, where like the villain of every show ends up somebody approaches, like the anti-Nick Fury approaches them. He's like, "Hey, you want to be a bad guy?"
That's the vibes that she was giving me, was like Nick Fury, but for villains. And like I was thinking about that too. What you just said, Matt, was how at the end of WandaVision, like the villain didn't really like we have the villain like disappear or whatever just happened or whatever that was, but there's also kind of like still this like underlying feeling like, is Wanda in control? Is she not control? And I'm wondering, like, you know, how much that she gets pulled left and right. And to your point, like you said, like she wasn't involved with any of this stuff, which is 6 months later, so who knows what she's doing. But I think it would be interesting if like there was a villain from each and they kind of all came together, or it's like the villain.
I can see Agatha Harkness coming back.
Villain you don't really expect, like John Walker, who is like the Captain America of the bad guys. All right, I got one more question here, and then you guys can open up to the panel, or you guys can say something before we head out of here. Or two. Do you guys think that's it for the Flash Smashers? Are they done now? Do you think we'll see more people who are trying to bring the blip together? What do you think?
No, I think that's the end of it. I think that misdirect when they're all getting into the car or the police vehicle, and the guys are like, "One world, one people," and then Baron Zemo's goons blow the fucking thing up. I think that was cool as shit. You see, he's listening to the radio, and he puts his book down, and he like takes a nap. And I'm like, I think he's like, yeah, nah, like they're done. No more super soldiers. I think we had enough of them in the show, and I think we could take a break from them.
What about the?
I feel like somebody's gonna find another serum. And like, because I feel like somebody, like, I feel like John Walker, or no, it was one of the people who smashed the rest of the serums.
Yeah.
But
I think it was.
Yeah, I forgot. But
Zemo smashed him.
Oh yeah, Zemo. I feel like there's more scattered around, and somebody's gonna go there, find them, and then they're gonna make more.
The thing that I'm wondering too, Jalen, if it's not super serum, it might be something like the Hulk, or like, you know how in X-Men, like people have this radioactive thing happens to them. I could definitely see more people like developing like super abilities, because everyone.
Anything could happen. Like
because everyone. So far, really, it seems like a lot of these characters are like, I'm rich and I have this equipment, or like I'm quick and I was in the military, and like there are some people who are like magical, but we haven't seen a whole ton of like the mutant side of this. And I know they want to add X-Men. So if it's not the super serum, I could see it being something else. And the other thing is
like metahumans.
Yes, and the other thing is people don't know that John took the super serum, so that could be played into it. But yeah, so
they don't know that it's still in his body.
Right, so the Flag Smashers
That's true.
Are done.
Also, remember that what's the name? Monica Rambeau gained superpowers just by entering Wanda's dome like multiple times. So
I can't wait to see her.
There's an avenue for.
I can't wait to see her again.
Yeah, fuck. I want to see her front and center.
I can't believe.
Like,
Can y'all wait for the new Loki?
Well,
I'm hyped for that. I'm so hyped for that.
I even watched the trailer. It looks so fire.
It does. What?
100%.
My last question before we head out or go into other things is, what happened to Steve Rogers? So, like, after Endgame, what happened? Did he just die?
Yeah, he turned old and died.
And he went back in time and lived out his life.
No, but when he lives out his life, he comes back to the bench. But we don't know what happens after that.
Oh no, he passed away.
No,
Did they say?
yeah,
That was the whole thing.
He was dancing with a girl, and then he came back old.
No, I know but I'm saying
he ended up
when he came back
That's perfect
when he came back old though, I thought, did he die?
No, yeah, that was the whole point. That's the whole point at the beginning.
He gave
No,
Sam the shield, and then
no.
it was...
At this point in time, he is dead. He passed away. That's what the whole beginning. The first episode was all about the shield and the memorial museum for Steve Rogers.
Right.
So he's dead.
That's why. Well, I don't know why Sam gave up the shield. But
I think we're gonna see Steve Rogers again, but like maybe in other iterations, just of like multiverse stuff. I think the Steve Rogers and the Tony Stark that we know are gone, and I think that's for the best because they finished their arcs. They were the torch bearers for exactly. They're both the leaders.
I mean,
time for somebody else.
we talked about how we think that Iron Man might come back as like a Wolverine, Logan type of character down the line, which I think could be interesting to see is like a different older.
I don't see how that works though.
What do you mean?
It would have to be in like a multiverse or something, but
wait a second.
He's dead.
Isn't Doctor Strange's movie called Multiverse?
It is,
yeah.
And it's possible for...
Maybe I feel like Doctor Strange got hurt so much, he could make a portal to get Iron Man back.
I don't... I think he has more of a duty to, like, preserve multi-time and stuff, especially with, like, the Eye of Agamotto. I don't even know, like, did he get that Infinity Stone back?
Yes, because
that was,
I believe he had to get it back to make things stable. Because remember, when the Hulk took it, she was like, "You got to bring it back," and she's like, "I can't do this. I trust you." My friend has a theory about that because when she was talking about in Endgame when he takes the Eye of Mogul, is it what it's called?
It's the Eye of Agamotto.
Eye of Agamotto. When he takes that, like you see, she's like, "This is
the Eye of Indiegogo."
Indiegogo page.
Wait,
hold on, Jalen.
What happened to Thor?
Wait, hold on, Jalen. So when she takes it out of the timeline, you see, she's like, "Look, there's this disruption, so you have to bring him back. Like, so everyone has to bring it back."
Yeah.
So I think he does have it back based on like how time works. My friend has this theory where it's like, all right, you're going down a path right here, and then time kind of does this split into 3, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily like this is a different plot line. It's kind of like it ripples back and forth, but everything ends up coming back to this singular line. So, like as this stuff is rippling, he has a theory that he thinks that Loki is the one that's gonna try to put things back together to follow suit with the path. So even though Loki, for example, in New York, ends up escaping with the Tesseract, in the end, it's gonna come back together where Loki is dead in the end. That's
shit. that would suck for him.
That's what.
But he's died like 1,000 times.
That's the theory. That's the theory. At some point, he's gonna really die, and we're gonna be like, no.
Facts.
But
I think
that's it.
With that, I think my only last question was like, we cannot leave this episode without touching on Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah.
And the ending with that character, because that shit.
That was nice.
I got teary-eyed in that final scene.
It's like the way that he looked at the TV, he looked so inspirational. He looked like he could actually be the Black Captain America that he could be.
Right. If they let him, if society had let him, he could have been the one. And it was nice that he had his moment and his flowers. And I also, like, again, this is just something you see a lot in African American culture of, like, respect your elders. And, like, in African culture, you definitely respect your elders, and they can give you knowledge and wisdom. So I like that Sam, even though his elder disagrees with him, he still goes back to him for guidance and guidance. And he's like, he kind of looks at him like, man, you're so stubborn, but you know what? I'm glad that you are. And then he ends up accepting, you know what, Sam? Shoot, I still think you're an idiot for going to do this, but maybe you see something that I don't. Maybe you have that hope, which is what Sam ultimately says in the end is his superhero power. He says,
Oof, that was
everyone
beautiful.
else, Sam says everyone else has, super fighting and flight and all this. My superpower is the hope that society's gonna get better. So
Fuck, man. Yeah, just
powerful.
that scene with just like the trauma that a character like Isaiah Bradley had gone through throughout the show, or not through before the show, with like being experimented on and then being imprisoned, and obviously like the passing of his wife and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
For him to go into hiding and then basically talk about the things that he did with Sam and how his history was kind of stolen from him.
You're right.
And that final moment of like him just being fully embraced. And it wasn't like a footnote. It wasn't like a little piece of writing at the bottom on in the middle of the wall. It was like an entire section dedicated to him with a golden statue and everything. And just like thanking him for his service. And just the look on his face when he hugged Sam, that was like tear jerking. And just like a moment, you get that moment of release. And I thought it was remarkable. With the best moment in the show.
Yeah, and it was definitely one of those moments. It was just felt like they earned that moment. It felt like we went on that journey, and it's interesting too because we didn't see everything that happened with Isaiah, but we kind of felt the wake. We're like, man, this happens so often. Hidden figures throughout society, throughout history, who really were the reason for things happening, but they never got their flowers and they never got their credit. So that was just a nice scene. But yeah, Falcon and Winter Soldier, really, really great series. I'd probably give it a 4.5. Just super fun. Out of 5. Lot of good moments in there. I think if you watched it, start to ending, it would feel more like a movie. But obviously with the movie, you don't get a chance to have those little moments and the little dialogue. They cut all these parts out because they think people aren't interested in it. So it's nice that they're breaking these things down with movies, and we're gonna really get to dive into these new characters. And I'm just excited. Like, I think we were all a little hesitant, like, about what's next for Marvel, and do we think that these next Marvel TV shows are gonna be any good? I got them on the screen right now. So WandaVision, check. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, check. Next, we got Loki. It says May 2021, but I believe it's June actually. This summer we'll have What If, which is a cartoon. We got Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, She-Hulk, Moon Knight, and then just so forth and so forth. Hawkeye is one that I don't think is going to be very interesting, but so far
I don't know if it's going to happen.
So far, yeah, that's a topic for another day. But so far, we didn't think that we'd know that much about Wanda. We didn't know if we would love Sam and Bucky, and I think it's proven that we were wrong. And I'm just excited to see it. I mean, even Black Widow. I love Scarlett Johansson. I'm curious what they're gonna do with that. Florence Pugh. I don't feel like I know a whole ton about her character either. So it's gonna be, originally it's one of those things where you're like, we don't know anything about these characters. Why do we care? But I think what these two series have proven is that just give it faith, go into it blind, don't have any expectations, and you'll enjoy the thing. So, any last comments?
I think I'm incredibly excited for what they have in store. Just the impression that WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldiers had. I could not be more excited for Marvel TV.
Yeah, and just before we close off, I think it's nice that we're no longer relying on these big names, which means that the writing has to be good. because like we all know Captain America, Iron Man, and all these other characters. Well, originally we didn't know Iron Man, but they wrote it so well that we got to love him and learn him. And so it seems like that's what's going on now. Next Level Gaming, you ask, what is What If? What If is going to be a TV series? It's actually the last piece of artwork that Chadwick Boseman did. He will have a voiceover in it.
Oh, damn.
And it's going to be a cartoon series.
That's going to hurt.
I know it's going to hurt. And it's going to basically go like, what if this happened? What if that happened? So, like, what if T'Challa didn't beat Killmonger? What would have happened? It's going to be interesting to see. I know it's going to be tricky for us to call Sam Captain America. And it's going to take some time to get used to. But he is Captain America. They announced that Captain America 4 is actually gonna happen. It's gonna be a thing. So.
Oh shoot!
So.
Let's go. That's hype.
So we will have Captain America 4, with our boy Sam at the helm of it.
Let's go.
So it's gonna be legit, guys. Captain America 4 is a thing. Breaking news right here for you guys. So.
That is so dope.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What do you think about that, Jalen? Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, they're making Captain America 4.
I did not, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Bro.
All right, man. You look.
The Circle Club with the inside exclusive, baby.
That's right. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that jazz. We can keep the conversation going on Discord. Follow the Discord. If you don't have Discord, you just click, you download. Super easy. Come up with a username. Same way we do here. Just have fun in there, good time. Matt and I need to get really more active in there. Next Level Gaming's in there a lot. We talk about music, animals, TV shows, movies, whatever you want in there. We just have a good time. But yeah, that's gonna do it. This is supposed to be 30 minutes, and I knew Matt wouldn't give me my 30 minutes, so it was an hour.
This is like 57 minutes long.
But it's all good. We had a good conversation. It was fun. There's so much more we can talk about, and I'm sure we will talk about it again next week. I don't know if there will be a show. We will see. Maybe Matt will host. I am moving, so I got a lot of things moving on. Don't even know if I have internet. I might do, partially from my phone or something if Matt can set it up from his end. That way we can just chat about anything, or shoot, I can show you the move, whatever. But so the ball is in Matt's court, depending on how comfortable he feels doing that. And yeah, so see you next week, and if not, see you on Tuesday for tea time. Hart the Kid, Kevin Hart the Kid. Almost doxed you there, bro.
We doxed him the entire episode.
Jalen the Kid, Kevin Hart the Kid. Thank you for showing up, man. They love you.
Jalen Brown, Jalen Rose,
Jimmy Smith,
Boston legend.
Boston legend.
All right, thank you so much, everybody. Let's start the weekend off strong. We got a Feel Good Fridays coming out tomorrow by the man, the myth, the legend himself. But till then, love y'all.
Hey,
take
Matt,
it easy.
Before you go, who is your favorite Celtic player of all time?
It was Kyrie Irving.
Damn. Leaving on a sad note.
Jalen, who's your favorite basketball player of all time?
LeBron James.
James.
Kobe.
Kobe.
R.I.P.
the legend. What about you, Matt?
Favorite player of all time, Kevin Garnett. Second favorite player of all time is Kobe Bryant.
Next time this show goes on, you might hear that at the end. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely day. I think everyone knows King James is mine. Or Lola Bunny. All right. Take care. Bye. Peace.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world blood through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles.